Thought it all was over.
Hi there, welcome back to Dear Sybersue Talk Show. Niki wrote me a letter just recently and said that she has been with her boyfriend for 6 months now. They see each other 4 to 5 days a week, and it seems like everything's going really well. But she's a little frustrated because he hasn't said, I love you. I think a lot of people tend to put too much energy into what isn't happening in a relationship. If you just sat back and let everything unfold as it should, you're not going to have all these questions and start tarnishing what you do have going in your relationship. The minute that you start asking a lot of questions and saying, well, how come this hasn't happened yet? And what's happening here? Why isn't this, more powerful right now? My friends have had their boyfriends say, I love you. All these things go into everyone's head and they start making them all crazy. Well, Niki, I can tell you right now that it sounds like he's an amazing guy. And he hasn't said I love you. Yeah, usually by about 6 months, people are starting to say it. They've probably been thinking it for a while. They could be afraid to say it. Maybe something happened to them last time they said it and they don't want to scare you off. You can tell if somebody is committed to you or not. People are always asking these questions. Well, are they in love with me? Do they want a committed relationship with me? You know if they do. But a lot of people pretend that they don't see certain flags and all these other things, and they'll spend a lot of time with the wrong person, knowing in their heart that they're not ready for a long-term serious relationship. Only you can be honest with yourself and listen to your spidey senses, what I call your intuition. And you know that if he's starting to go, fall for you. You don't have to sort of question that after 6 months. Because he hasn't said it, he just could be waiting and making sure that it's a good time for you as well. Maybe you're sending off things to him that he's not sure about. So a lot of women ask me if it's okay to say I love you to the guy first. Well, that's a tough one for me because I really do like it when the man has said it first, but that is a bit old school and it's not really a fair conversation to have in this day and age because things have changed and it's fine for the girl to ask the guy out. So why isn't it okay for the girl to say I love you first? I just think that you really need to weigh out how both people are dealing with this relationship before anybody says anything. And it sounds like the fact that he's seeing you 4 to 5 days a week, Niki, that he's pretty much there. If he was only seeing you once every 2 weeks, then I would question it. So we have to pick our battles in questions in our relationships. And we don't want to keep being that person that has a question every week because maybe, our checklist isn't being met with where we want to be in this part of our lives. That is why a lot of relationships fail because there's too much pressure put on one of the partners to make everything work for this checklist. Just relax about it. 6 months isn't a long time. If it was a year, yes, I'd be questioning it. But I think within a year, you're going to know the answer anyway, because you'll see by their reactions what they're talking about. Are they talking about a future with you, or are they still saying I? If they're saying we should go here, or let's book a vacation next June, they're thinking of you as a long-term partner. So these are all the little things to look out for when you're questioning this. It's not a huge thing. If somebody's showing you they really care about you, let it unfold in a natural progression. And if they say I love you within the next couple of months, then you know your answer. Don't push it too much that you end up getting them feeling so uncomfortable that it makes them want to go in the opposite direction. So ladies, of all girls out there that want to know this question, just let it go for a bit. And they will tell you, they'll start showing you. If they're pulling back from you, you'll know. So give it a little bit longer. He's worth it. The only time that you should question this is if you're not seeing them very often, but you're, supposedly in an exclusive relationship. Don't become exclusive with somebody if they're only seeing you once every 3 weeks. Or unless you've got a long distance romance where you've actually discussed it. Anyway, I don't know. That's a very long, drawn out way to answer your question, but I truly think that when you're in love with somebody and it's a mutual situation, you'll know soon enough. 6 months is good. 6 months is okay. If it's getting to be a year or longer, then yeah, I would question what's happening here. Anyway, thanks for writing, Nikki, and let me know what happens. I'm curious to see what goes on after this conversation. Anyway, thanks everyone for listening to Dear Sybersue, and please subscribe. Thanks everyone. Bye.